All right, Crouton Ramon's House of Math. Math Camp goes from idea to reality in 0 to 60 in 5. This AI program basically built a web page. I've been fine tuning it. Come back and see, there'll be more here in the next couple of days. But the idea is to have a fun time at Math Camp where we have, just like we have in the past, signed each terminal. It's about as good as we're going to get to the real thing, right? As close as the real thing as you're going to get to. Using links that will give you, it's not going to be Zoom, it's going to be Google Meet, and you'll get a link. You click on the link, and there are people that don't use Chrome, there are people that don't use Google. It still works. You just click, and you'll get a link and ask to be admitted. And then we can probably do a practice run before we start. But anyway, people from all over the world. And what we had in the past, get these blocks if you can. Matthew C blocks work well. And any blocks that have, if you just have flats, rods, and cubes, that's not going to work as well. But any one, just get close. And there's all kind of stuff I've been posting about on eBay that you can get. And we're not going to do a lot of worksheets. We're going to play and have fun and build stuff and count it. And we're going to be factoring and doing square numbers on day one, not just adding numbers together. Any little child can do this stuff. And you can't see here, but last time we had, that was 7 groups, and actually we had more than that. This was, I should have taken pictures when the screen, it was all the way across the screen. But anyway, behind each one of these cameras, each one of these terminals is, for some of it's one family, like this little girl. In other places, it was 3 or 4 families on the floor in the living room. And that's what my hallucination is. We get a few of your homeschool friends together, and you each pay, say, $200, and everybody gets a password. Everybody comes to math camp. You have fun. Make a day of it. 2 hours is math, and you can do other games and activities, and you could do more math or other stuff, and just have a fun time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for two. Or if you want to come again, you can come at a discount, and we'll won't even count you as one of the 12 because you've already been to math camp. But this is algebra math camp, where the focus is going to be on algebra. Anyway, if you hit the buy now, you'll see it's $600. We can also do a thing where it's $100 down and $50 a month if you want to do something like that, where I'm going to take all the risk because you'll get math camp, and then are you going to keep making your payments? Usually, camp and so forth, people are trustworthy, but I've been surprised in the past. But if you need a payment program, we can do that. I'd rather have the $600 and then collect it from a couple of friends, like Shaylin. Well, Shaylin comes for free, but she could sell it to a couple of her compatriots that are homeschooling, and charge them at a steep discount, and then we'll split it. Let's see. And same goes for any of you. If you want to lower the cost, split it multiple ways. And if they want to do it themselves and pay the full $600, I'll give you a commission, a bird dog commission for turning me on to them. But I would love it if we had multiple people behind each paywall, or excuse me, behind each terminal, doing math and following along and playing and having a good time. Right here, I already know what this is. This was squaring numbers that end in 5, and she built the big one. That's 35 squared. And then we pick these guys up and put them over here, and we can see why it's going to be 3 times 4 hundreds, and 25 in the corner. Anyway, you're going to learn about square numbers. Your mind will be blown. That's the most common response I get, is people are just like blown away after the first day. And there'll be plenty more of that in the coming days. And you can, don't believe me, go read the testimonials. And then here's me just talking about the fact that I put this thing together, right? And 90% of this was built by Chat GPT for free. I didn't spend any money. I made some modifications. I wrote a couple of the paragraphs myself. I rewrote a couple of the paragraphs. But overall, this page was built, and I had to go find the pictures because this one isn't good at finding pictures and sticking them in there. But it told me, oh, you should put a picture here and you should put a picture there, and it kind of sort of told me what kind of picture I should be looking for. Um, Amusing and amazing. This changes everything, and it took me what 10 minutes, not even. And then I didn't use it, but just for fun, I asked it to write me the HTML code. Boom, instantaneously it wrote me the HTML code. I'm not using it because I used the block builder in a different program to build this page. But AI changes everything. So between Math Camp and AI, give your youngins a good head start, and we'll get it going here. Summer Math Camp. I know regular school is generally over right about now, coming up. Um, Mother's Day is usually toward the end of the school year, and for homeschoolers, it doesn't matter anyway. And we can do a fun math homeschool algebra extravaganza uh, for you and yours, and we're gonna have a fun time doing it. These two moms, just for fun, their children, I tutor them, but we were just doing algebra just because they didn't. How shall we say? They didn't do have such a great experience with algebra when they were in high school, and can you see they're happy and amazed because yeah, they're doing the algebra that they had a hard time with in high school, and it's easy and it's fun on top of everything else. All right, because it's why do it? I'm getting old. I'm not gonna. Right? I mean, why do it if it's not fun? So let's have a fun time. I'll show you how to use your blocks. I'll show you how to use your blocks using your own children, and then you can get started and use my website for years to come, teaching them mathematics and algebra and all of this stuff. And you'll get passwords, and we'll talk about that another time. But the advanced algebra course now, you need the module for, and then there's the algebra course all by itself that is 19 hours of lessons. Actually, it's about 30 hours of lessons, but 19 hours behind the paywall and 11 hours in front of the paywall. Between from intro to like you've never touched a block to graphing polynomials using base 10 blocks to show you how to make it easy and fun to extract the data from the polynomial so you can graph it. Anyway, you get access to all of this as well as the homeschool math algebra camp. Okay, Crouton and Bones House of Math.com for more. Just click the link.